What's up? What is going on? Want to make sure everything's good. I think we're all right. I'm using Google Chrome for this live broadcast, and for some reason, Google Chrome isn't allowing these overlays or covers to appear. I would go to Firefox, but as of today, for some reason, my laptop isn't pulling up Firefox, so it's probably time for a new laptop. It's all right. You guys can see me. We're here. Let's see. Let's see what we can do about this going forward. But anyways, this is your boy Dalyxman, and we are up here to do another Q&A. Dalyxman's Q&A corner. We're at number 70. 70 Q&As. Not bad. Now, to be honest with you, it should be somewhere close to 100, if not 100. I've just been very lazy. I've been doing this since 2014, so I should be over 100, really, when I think about it that way. It's 2018. 4 years, 52 days a year. Yeah, I should be close to 200, really. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it too much. I apologize for not doing as many of these as I should be. But it's all good. It's all good in the neighborhood. I do it when I can, and today is one of those days. And if you don't know how this works, this is how it always works, so your boy. First off, if you want to send me a question, you have to go to my Facebook page and like it. You have to be one of the few members of my Facebook page. I think that page can get a few more likes than what it has. Quite frankly, it is what it is. I'm not someone that worries about subscribers and all that kind of stuff. If I have it, awesome. I just worry about when I place my content on Facebook, people seeing it, people getting it. And sometimes it has the way it's structured, if a lot of people don't see it, it doesn't promote it. So it's one of those things. But if you want to send me a question, all you got to do is like me on Facebook. When I ask for questions on my Facebook page, you post them in the comment section with your name and your city so I can give you the right credit, and I'll answer as many of them as I can in the time allowed. So if you don't mind, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm kind of late as it is. And by the way, people in live chat, what's up? We got Danny 310, awesome kid 254, not 245. We got Everything Pro Wrestling. You seem like you're new. Welcome. Charizard King. We got Ultra Shadow, Isaiah Harris, Bryce Blackwell, Joseph Strickland, Robbie. Who else we got here? I think that's everybody in the live chat right now. Everybody's still basically coming in. We got people coming in. I might do another roll call in the middle of the Q&A. So let's go ahead and get into this. All right. First question from Jose Gutierrez, Portland, Oregon. Excuse me. My question is, do you think Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar will ever happen in WWE? I would love to sit here and tell you absolutely, because that's a no-brainer. Why would a wrestling promotion, a legit wrestling promotion, not want to do that match? But again, this is just how my mind works. I think if you have Brock Lesnar and Daniel Bryan, that's a no-brainer. You have to do that match. I'm pretty sure PWG would do that match. ROH would do that match. WCW would have done that match for sure. But for some reason, WWE doesn't want to do it because it's not believable. Eddie Guerrero and Brock Lesnar, that was believable. We do matches like that all the time. We did Zach Gowen versus Brock Lesnar. Come on now, really? Zach Gowen versus Big Show, Rey Mysterio versus Big Show. We do all these other matches that's not believable. But Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, oh, no, we can't do that. Oh, no, that's not believable. That's such BS. I don't know what the logic is with the booking in WWE nowadays. And you know what? It's not just WWE. It's certain fans as well. Like, did they forget that this is wrestling? This is all scripted? The fact that we are limiting our options, we are limiting the kind of matches we could get because some fans feel like it's not believable. Although CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar, oh, that was believable. It's the same scenario. I'm sorry, I just think that logic is stupid. I think that logic is beyond ridiculous when it comes to professional wrestling. This is predetermined, this is scripted, and yes, you can still do the match in a way where realistically it would actually work. I'm not saying Bryan should beat Brock Lesnar. Now, that's the problem right there. I think a lot of people feel like if Bryan fought Brock Lesnar, there is no way of him winning. Okay, fine. I don't think when people say, I want to see Bryan versus Brock Lesnar, they're saying Bryan needs to beat Brock Lesnar. No, what we want is an awesome match. You can do an awesome match with Bryan and Brock Lesnar where Bryan doesn't win, and fans would want that. Matter of fact, the fact that Bryan doesn't win would make fans want to see them fight even more, because it tells the perfect kind of story, which is the underdog versus the unstoppable force, Brock Lesnar. Quite frankly, if you ask me right now, if I was booking with WWE, absolutely I'd do that match. That's a match that needs to be done. That's the perfect match to do. But to answer your question, because I'm staying on this a little bit longer than I want to, Jose, do I think they will? Most likely not. One, because Brock Lesnar is about to leave anyways, and I doubt they'll have enough time to stick that one in. For that to work, Brock Lesnar would have to go to SmackDown, which I don't see happening. And the latest they can do it is SummerSlam with Bryan winning, which, again, I don't see happening. I don't. I would love to see it. It's a WrestleMania match waiting to happen, but I don't see it happening. But thank you for your question. Isaiah Webb from Norfolk, Virginia. He has two questions. He always has two questions, but here's what Isaiah asked. My boys, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, often are criticized for being overrated, unoriginal, spot monkeys who rely on the use of excessive super kicks and high dive spots to get their matches over. He gives examples of this. Kalisto, Gargano, Cole, Ricochet, Neville, Alexander, Ali, Rey Mysterio have worked the same crazy spot fest matches all over the world, PWG. So are they immune from that criticism because they work for the E nowadays and are no longer indie darlings? So I can answer this question with the best knowledge I have on the Young Bucks, because let's be real, they're not too much different. You're right. They're not too much different than the people that you named. Kalisto, Gargano, Cole, Ricochet, Neville, Alexander, Ali. They're not. Here's my issue with the Young Bucks. There are only so many times we as fans could suspend our disbeliefs. When people like the Young Bucks take 3 pile drivers on their head and a double team, and then a steel chair shot, and somehow they manage to kick out of all that, that's when I kind of go, no. And that's my issue with the Young Bucks. It's just when they do certain things that in real life would not really plausibly happen, it just kind of takes me out of the match. It takes me out of the match in a way where, as a wrestling fan, when I'm watching a match, I like to be submerged in the action. I know it's predetermined. I know it's not real, although it is real in terms of the action, the hits, and all that kind of stuff. But in terms of the match, yeah, it's scripted. Okay, fine. I get that. But there is a certain suspension that needs to happen for us to care. There are a lot of times with the Young Bucks, they do certain things that make me go, yeah, no, that's not real. And then, oh crap, I'm out. The suspension is gone. But to defend the Young Bucks, I thought their match with Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, when was that? Strong Style Evolved. That match was awesome. Like, that was a great example of them doing it right. Because I was immersed in the story. I was immersed in the action. I didn't feel like they kicked out of ridiculous spots. It didn't get too crazy. like it kind of does in ROH, to be real with you. Here it was more grounded. So the storytelling element was there. They sold very well. I thought that was a great example of them doing it right. An example of them not doing it right, of them doing it wrong, was when they fought. Let me see. Let me see if I can find a good example of this. All right, I don't know when this happened, but there was a match they had in ROH when they fought oh my god, what are their names? The guy with the beards. I'm getting ready to say it's not the best. What are their names? Okay, whatever. They had a match with this tag team in ROH where they took all these moves, all these double team moves, was on their head, landed on their heads, and they should not have kicked out of it, and they did. So I forgot their names. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me, but whatever. Thank you, the Briscoes. The Briscoes. There you go. When they fought the Briscoes in ROH, and yeah, that was ridiculous. Like I didn't like any of those matches actually. Anytime they fought the Briscoes, yeah, wasn't the best time. Wasn't the best time to watch them. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me know that it was the Briscoes. Number 2, do you think WWE is giving you more bang for your buck by offering WrestleMania and TakeOver New Orleans for a third of the price of what ROH wants for Supercard? Yeah, see, I gotta be real with you. When you take into consideration WrestleMania and then TakeOver, honestly, just TakeOver by itself, yeah, I'm getting more bang for my buck with WWE. I would like to say ROH delivers more out of spite because WWE tends to piss me off a lot with their booking and the direction of the characters and the treatment of the wrestlers. But ROH, really, some of their shows aren't worth the $30. Well, they're really not. At the same time, though, there are some shows that are well worth the $30. I think the Supercard of Honor coming up on Saturday, I think that's worth the $30. And if it wasn't happening on Saturday, I would give them my $30. But guess what? It's coming on the same day as NXT TakeOver New Orleans, so you're screwed. I would think WWE will be giving us more bang for our buck. That's just my thoughts on that. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you for the question. Nicholas, a.k.a. Ultra Shadow from Atlanta, Georgia. Have you ever watched Power Rangers? Absolutely. No, for real. I am a huge Power Rangers fan. I am a huge Power Rangers fanatic. Started when I was like, 2, 3? I remember watching Power Rangers when I was in kindergarten. So, man, that was 1993. Isn't that when it debuted? Yeah? Okay. I watched the originals growing up. You know, of course, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. When Jason was the Red Ranger. When Jason was the real leader. Tommy, look, Tommy was an awesome evil Green Ranger. Was an awesome White Ranger. The moment he became the leader, I gotta be real with you. I lost interest. I lost interest when he became the leader. I didn't buy it. I don't know why. I just didn't buy it. When he was the leader of Zeo, I was just like, nah, man, I'm not buying it. Then when Jason came back, I was like, there you go. There you go. That's a real leader right there. Sorry. What is your question? Have I ever watched it? Yes, I've watched it all the way up to, what was the last season I saw all the way through? I think it was Jungle Fury. Yeah, Jungle Fury. Because, no, was it Wild Force? Or was it SPD? I think it was either, what came last? Was it Jungle Fury? Okay, whatever one came last, that's the one I stopped at. I haven't watched RPM. I haven't watched, what are the other ones? What's that really, Super Mega Force, something like that? Samurai, haven't watched that. I haven't watched any of the other ones past Jungle Fury. So, yeah. Sorry. Like, if you've seen all the other ones, let me know if it's good or not. But oh, okay. What's your favorite? My favorite? The originals. You can't beat the originals. Second best favorite would be Space. Power Rangers in Space. Third favorite would be Time Force. So Mighty Morphin, In Space, Time Force, and then Jungle Fury, and then everything else just kind of falls into place after that. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm a huge Power Rangers fan for sure. Oh, we got someone from Lithuania, Conrad, Lithuania. Okay, this is from I can't even pronounce your name. I'm gonna try Conradus. I hope I said your name right. All right. Thoughts on Dragon Ball Super, the ending and the series as a whole. So I did see, for the most part, I did see a good portion of Dragon Ball Super. I will admit to you, I haven't watched all of it. I only seen the last 3/4 of the series. Like from Goku Black all the way to the end, I saw. When they did the Tournament of Power, and then Jiren and Goku had the big fight with Goku going Ultra Instinct. So I saw that portion of the series. The beginning I didn't see. And I'm hearing that it's good that I didn't see that, because that portion of the anime wasn't all that good. I'll be real with you. The first few episodes when I started watching, I wasn't into. There was something about the animation that didn't click with me. And the way the story was told, I didn't care. It didn't start really getting good to me until the Tournament of Power, when the universes had to fight for extinction, for their right to exist. That was awesome. All of that, the entire tournament was great. Some of the best DB animation I've seen, period. Especially the last 10 episodes. That was great. Matter of fact, I put that up there with DBZ. And let's be real, before anybody comes in here and goes, oh, dude, Dragon Ball Super must not have been good if you didn't watch every episode. Who here can sit here and tell me right now that you've seen every single episode of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z? Because I'll be real with you. I've seen a good portion of Dragon Ball Z. I lost interest when the Buu Saga came on. I gotta be real with you. Buu Saga, it bored me. It did. I didn't like the fact that they took Gohan, who was my favorite. I related to Gohan the most. And after he beat Cell, he was supposed to be the replacement for Goku. He was supposed to be the man. But then they brought Goku back, and they pulled Gohan to the rear end. Like, they put him on the back burner. I'm just like, what the hell? And the fans were complaining about, oh, Gohan, he's not Goku. We want Gohan. We don't want, we don't want Gohan. We want Goku. And then Toriyama basically took Gohan. They took Gohan's spot. Oh, man. John Cena, I guess the John Cena of DBZ is Goku in that sense. Although Goku is much more interesting. But yeah, I didn't like the fact that Gohan got his shine taken away from him. You know, yeah, he did get the ultimate form, but then didn't beat Super Buu with it. So yeah, yeah, man. I can't really sit here and say I've seen every episode of DBZ either. So I can't use that as an excuse to why I don't like DBS. DBS, from the episodes I've seen, I've liked. It is so much better than DBZ. Not DBZ. That's debatable. But DBGT, Dragon Ball GT can go straight to hell. That series sucked. So based off of how it compares to GT, I was very entertained by it, and I think it's a legit, a well-made series. And yes, I would like to see more. Will I be seeing a movie coming out in December? Absolutely. I saw the previews of that. It looks awesome. Can't wait for that. All right. Devin from the Bronx. Bronx, New York. I have a friend who says Braun Strowman is so over, he doesn't need the title or to be in the title picture. Do I agree or disagree? I do somewhat. I do believe Strowman is becoming, not quite there yet, but is becoming a spectacle of his own. He's getting to a point where, yeah, he doesn't really need the title. He's Braun Strowman. You know, it's kind of like Jake the Snake Roberts and the Snake. Jake Roberts didn't need the title or a title. He's Jake Roberts. Still, if we're talking about bringing prestige to a championship, making that championship mean something, you want a Jake Roberts, you want a Mr. Perfect, you want a Braun Strowman to eventually hold those titles. Why? Because it helps them feel important. It helps the championship feel special. So I personally think, yeah, Strowman doesn't need a championship, but I do think he should get the title, because when you have a championship like the Universal Championship that doesn't have a long history to begin with, you need someone who can make it feel special. You need people like a Brock Lesnar and Goldberg, and as much as I hate to admit it, a Roman Reigns, to make that championship feel legitimate. Otherwise, it's just a strap. It's just a belt that you hold. So, yeah, absolutely. I do think eventually we need to get a belt on Braun Strowman. That's just my thoughts on that. Jake from Boston. How would you feel about a heel Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the championship? A heel Dean Ambrose? I would love it. Let me just say this right now. Although I've said this before. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I'll say it again. When Dean Ambrose returns from injury and he turns heel, Raw will be his show. That will be his show. There will not be a single talent on Raw that will outshine a heel Dean Ambrose. Not a single talent. Not one. He will be the show. Now, if they bring him back as a babyface, yeah, he'll be boring. We should bring him back as a heel. And if you do that, get out of his way, because he's going to wreck everything. In terms of your question, absolutely. I would love to see Dean Ambrose, the heel, Jon Moxley styled Dean Ambrose, take on Roman Reigns. I think that would be an awesome feud to have. Abso-freaking-lutely. Danny from Hollywood, Florida. Which superstar or superstars returns or call-ups do you predict to happen post WrestleMania 34? I don't see any superstars returning, per se. I think the only person I could have seen return was Rey Mysterio, and yeah, that's not happening. I think he likes the freedom he has on the indie circuit, which is cool. He's doing well for himself. As for call-ups, Iconic, which is Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, absolutely. AOP, who I think have overstayed their welcome on NXT, honestly. They're definitely coming up after New Orleans. Aleister Black will probably come up next year. I think he's going to get a run with that NXT championship first, then get called up. Now, if Aleister Black loses to Andrade Cien Almas, absolutely. Like, if he loses to him next Saturday, I guarantee you he's coming up to the main roster. Because, shoot. Yeah. Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will eventually come up. Give them a year. They got to have their feud on NXT for a little bit longer. Give them a year. McIntyre, oh yeah, absolutely. He's definitely coming up soon. Really soon. Man, it's kind of hard to determine right now. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Yeah, there you go. Iconic, Drew McIntyre, maybe Black, maybe. Luis from Mexico. Thoughts of the evolution of Andrade Cien Almas in recent months? Do you see him retaining his belt at TakeOver? Okay, so I'll admit to you, when La Sombra, that was his original name when he was wrestling under the mask, when he came to NXT and he wore the white hat, I was underwhelmed. I wasn't really feeling him. Didn't really have a character. Was kind of bland. Was kind of boring. I was very happy when they turned him heel because that was when he was getting a personality. They didn't do much with him. So it was kind of like, it was one of those things when he first came in, I didn't care. And then when he turned heel, it was mixed feelings because it was like, awesome. Yeah, he's actually becoming a legit performer. He's actually finding himself. I kind of like where they're going with him. But then they wouldn't do much with him. And then he would kind of flounder. So I was like, Then he met Zelina Vega. And he took the hell off. The series of matches he had with Johnny Gargano, the match he had with Drew McIntyre, that was when I was like, okay, I'm with you now. I see what you're doing. Now we're getting somewhere. I think having Zelina Vega as a mouthpiece and a valet is what helped him. It was exactly what he needed. And he became NXT champion. I was cool with it. I was like, yeah, all right then. I'm there. Now, your second question is, do I see him beating Black? I wouldn't have him beat Black. I think it's time for Black to get his chance as the NXT champion. We need to give that belt to him. We need to let him have a legit run. We're most likely going to get a rematch at the next NXT TakeOver. Wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. Let me go back to the last question I had. NXT call-ups. I wouldn't be shocked if Andrade came up to the main roster after NXT TakeOver New Orleans. I wouldn't be shocked. Matter of fact, I'll tell you like this. If Black does indeed beat Andrade Cien Almas, I see him coming up. I see there being a rematch, but I don't see him winning it. I don't think Andrade is ready for main roster yet because he has everything covered in terms of in-ring performance, the valet, the overall package is enough to make fans care about him. He needs to work on his microphone skills. The language barrier is his only issue. That is his only issue. So I'm worried. I'm worried that that's going to hinder him on the main roster. And I don't think he's particularly ready for what the main roster during that time. Let's see here. Yeah, I like him now. Just to kind of answer your question, I think he's one of the best talents in NXT in terms of in-ring performance, but he needs some work if he's going to be in the main roster. He's not quite there yet. Okay, let me get these questions back. Let's see where I am. I lost my page for a minute. Trying to get this back. Okay, so thank you for the question, sir. Let's go on to, let's see, where am I? I got a lot of questions to get to. I need to hurry this up. Jesus Christ, guys. I'm getting more questions, by the way, as time goes by. Come on, go back. Here we go. Thank you, Luis. Darius from Spokane. Is it Spokane or Spokane? I'm going to go with Spokane. In your opinion, is Randy Orton underrated or overrated? Well, when Randy Orton tries, he's exactly what people say he is. One of the best talents in the world. Randy Orton doesn't always try. Randy Orton is very lazy at times. And for that very reason, he's more overrated than underrated. Unfortunately. Eric from Wichita, Kansas. With neither Taker or Cena gaining or losing anything from the match, does Cena versus Taker need to happen at WrestleMania? Does it need to happen? No. Will it happen? Probably. Because the fans want it. We gotta give the fans what they want. If I had my way, it wouldn't be happening. But we're getting it. I just hope that Taker doesn't hurt himself in that match. He will. But what do I know? I hope I say this name. I hope I say this right. This is Ivan from Croatia. I hope I said that right. What matches do you think can steal the show on both TakeOver and WrestleMania? Really? Is that a legit question? Well, on NXT TakeOver, okay, let's start. Either the ladder match or Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. No. You know what? I'll give you 3. Ladder match, Black and Almas, Gargano and Ciampa, the unsanctioned match. For WrestleMania, it's either going to be the triple threat tag, Usos, Bludgeon Brothers, or New Day, or AJ versus Nakamura. So we got 5 matches that could potentially end up being the match of the weekend. And NXT TakeOver has 3 of them. So what show should you watch? You do the math. Thoughts on the Bullet Club storyline, and how do I feel about Omega versus Cody? Well, let me answer Omega versus Cody first. I think that's a match that organically needed to happen, and I am looking forward to seeing it. I want to see it. I would actually pay $30 to see that match, as well as freaking Marty Scurll compete for the ROH Championship. I'm already just ready for him to win that belt. But in terms of the thoughts on the Bullet Club storyline, I don't know. You know, I'm not necessarily hating it. I just worry how it's going to end, because with the way it's going, it seems like this is the end of the Bullet Club. You would think, right? I mean, Cody Rhodes is, storyline-wise, very selfish and a horrible leader. And under the guidance of people like, well, Prince Devitt, I was going to say Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Kenny Omega, the Bullet Club flourished. Now, it's dying. So, to me, it would suck for the Bullet Club to end. It really would, but what do I know? That's all I can say about that, man. Brandon from New York. What do you think Roman Reigns can be? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back and reread this, because he said what. So let me try it this way. Do you think Roman Reigns can be the top star of the company if he's booked better? Roman Reigns. See, I was going to say yes. I want to say yes, because I think Roman Reigns as a heel would be amazing. And I think Roman Reigns as a heel would show us a different side of him. And it will allow fans to connect with him more. So when he does turn babyface, he would be the top guy of the company. I don't know. With the way WWE's creative team is nowadays, Road Dogg as one of the head writers, Lord have mercy. I don't know if he could. I would like to say yes, but I don't know if he could. So that's all I can say about that. It's a Grammy? Like Grammy? Or Grammy? I'm gonna go with Grammy because I like the word Grammy. All right, so Grammy from England. Oh, wait. He's pronounced the same way as Graham. Oh, Graham. Gotcha. Thank you for that. I love the idea of Braun being a one-man tag team at WrestleMania. But should that not be the case, who should be his partner? I guess Samoa Joe. Some people are saying Big Cass. That doesn't work for me. I don't know about that, man. I personally don't think he should have a partner. He should just go ahead by himself. But Samoa Joe is the best case scenario, I guess. Who is your favorite Fairy Tale character? Ooh, Fairy Tale. Ooh. I can't pick one. They're all good. I mean, the main 4, Natsu, Urza, Lucy, and Gray. I don't know. I guess Natsu. I'm going to be cheap and say the main character, Natsu. Oh, super chat. Okay, Rachel Buck. Do you think Rey Mysterio would team up with Braun Strowman? I don't see that happening. I don't think that's... Nah, I don't see that happening. I don't. Sorry. That doesn't work for me. I don't think that would work. Jarrett Simmons. Solid Monster said in one of his recent podcasts that Nia Jax doesn't need to beat Alexa Bliss just yet. He said she should win at Backlash. Do you understand the logic behind that? And I'm from Dallas, Texas. Well, greetings, my fellow Texan. This is one of those few times that I actually have to disagree with Solid Monster. I think if you're going to make Nia Jax feel like a big deal, which she hasn't felt like a big deal at all, literally at all, even on NXT, she did not feel like a big deal. If you're going to make her feel like a big deal, you have to have her beat Alexa Bliss at WrestleMania. And not just beat her, she has to squash. She has to squash Alexa Bliss. And I don't know if having Alexa beat her at WrestleMania and then have her get one of those revenge wins at Backlash, I don't know if that would help her. I don't know. So, yeah, I disagree. I think she should beat her at WrestleMania. Let's see here. Let's see here. We got Shay from Detroit. Detroit. Not Detroit, but Detroit. I'm a huge Undertaker mark. If he were in his prime, what top 5 guys would you have him face on the current NXT WWE brand? Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, AJ Styles, Aleister Black. Seth Rollins, maybe? No. Take that back. Cesaro. No. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I might have to cheat and give you more than 5. Because I do want to see Rollins versus Taker. I do want to see Cesaro versus Taker. I do want to see Bryan versus Taker. We never saw that. Nakamura. Oh, you gave me some answers. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Shane says AJ Styles, Velveteen Dream, Bryan, Nakamura, Joe, and Strowman. Velveteen Dream would be an awesome match. Nakamura would be an awesome match. You know what? All of them would work. All of them. Rachel Buck, another super chat from Mrs. Rachel Buck. Do you think Roman will turn heel? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, because we gotta make him a babyface so everyone will like him. Raheem from Florida. Who do you bring in from 205 Live? Excuse me. Who would you bring in for the 205 Live Tag Team Tournament so they can win the new titles? Oh. Let's see here. If they do a tag team tournament, we got the Lucha Party. We got Itami and Tozawa. Check this out. If Brian Kendrick ever does get healthy, I would love to see him reunite with Paul London. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Come on. That would be an awesome tag team to have for that Cruiserweight tournament. Don't lie to me. You know that would be great. See, if Rich Swann didn't get hurt, I would say Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander. Not because they're black, but because they have very similar styles. What about NXT? I don't know. See, we would have to go outside of WWE. I would suppose, like, Young Bucks would be great for that tournament, for sure. I don't know. That's a good question. Let's see. Lucha Underground, Aerostar, and who was his partner again? No. What am I doing? No, screw that. Phoenix and what's his name? Cierro Miedo, El Pentagon. I don't know what he calls himself now. He has like 10,000 names. So, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix for sure. Oh my goodness. That would be amazing. I don't know. That's... Man. Someone said Finn Balor. Aleister Black and Finn... Ooh, Aleister Black and Finn Balor. Ooh, that sounds good. But no, they're heavyweights now, so I wouldn't do that. All right. Ooh, I'm running out of time. I need to hurry up. Chance Holland from Florence, South Carolina. Florence, South Carolina. Do you think someday people will like or will start to go soft on Roman Reigns like fancy with Cena? One day, yes. Anytime soon? No. Not anytime soon. That run after WrestleMania is going to suck for Roman Reigns. It really, really is. Instead of Roman Reigns main eventing, how do you feel about having Jinder Mahal main event against Lesnar? You funny. Everybody laugh at Chance. He's funny. You see that door right there? You see that door, Chance? Okay. I want you to find a door just like that in your house. I want you to walk out that door. Then keep walking. And then walk out your front door of that house. Stand in the middle of the street and just stand there. Just stay there. Don't worry. Because eventually you'll know what's coming. For real though. You're trolling when you ask that question, so I know that the answer was going to be, hell nah, I would hate that. So, Matthew from Boston. How do you feel about Carmella cashing in at WrestleMania and beating Asuka? I think that's a terrible idea. If Carmella is going to cash in, she should cash in on Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, which is my prediction, actually. I personally feel it's a good idea because Asuka can win it right back. I don't think it's a great idea at all. I think it's actually pretty bad because people will be pissed off about the streak. Philip Evans from, I don't know where you're from, Philip, but hi, Philip. Been watching since 2012. Wow. 6 years. Welcome. When SummerSlam comes around, could you do a series of SummerSlam reviews? I might consider it. I think I might go ahead and do it. We have enough. Because this year, is this the 30th anniversary? I think this is 30 years. Hold on. Let me ask this real quick. When was the first SummerSlam?
August 29th, 1988. Here's a summary from Wikipedia. The inaugural SummerSlam took place on August 29th, 1988.
Yeah, 30 years. Oh. Man. Man, oh man. I might do it. I might do it, man. So, you know what? Tell you what. I want to do it. If I have the time and the space. Because that's happening during the summer, right? I'll have plenty of time to do it during the summer. I think I might do it. You know what? Screw it. I might go ahead and do it. I might just go ahead and just go ahead and do it, man. I might just go ahead and just check it out. Yeah. You know what? We're going to do it. I'm going to make a plan to do it. If things change, things change. But yeah, I think I might go ahead and do that real quick. All right. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and get the rest of these. Bucky. Oh, excuse me. Buckley, not Bucky, but Buckley. I personally feel the WWE have way too much talent on all brands and the Performance Center. Do you think that, and should WWE hold back on signing a new talent every week? So do you feel like there's an overflow? Honestly, I disagree. I think there's not enough talent when you really think about it. Yeah, we got people there, but how many of those people there do you care about? So in terms of people there, they might have too much, but honestly, we don't really have that many people that we consider worth our time when you think about it. So I think we probably should get more people that we care about, because WWE isn't doing a good job of making us care about these other people. All right, Sydney McGonigal, one of my patrons. Welcome, Sydney. I was wondering about your take on Bryan's match at WrestleMania. Do you think fans will go crazy if he loses? So I'll talk more about this on Sunday when I do my preview. But to answer your question, it would be a mistake to have Bryan lose his first match back. You know fans are going to be pissed off. Matter of fact, Bryan losing his first match back will be the equivalent of Taker losing his streak to Brock Lesnar. Just saying. We got Renault from England. How would you book the storylines and the matches for a Mega New Japan and WWE crossover show? That is a question that I don't have time to answer because that's big. I'll have to answer that in a separate video. But thank you for it, man. Okay, I'm trying to rush through these because I'm running out of time. David from Texas. First off, I have to say I love watching your videos. Oh, thanks, David. My question deals with the rematch clause. All right. What do you think on changing the rematch clause to where a wrestler has to retain their title so many times before they are allowed to? So it's kind of like if you win the championship and you lose it the next day, you don't really get a rematch clause. Like that's basically as if you never won it. Maybe if you hold it for like a couple of months, you defend it over a span of 3 months and you retain it, that gets you points. And therefore you earn a rematch clause. You don't just get one because you were champion. I kind of like that. It makes a lot more sense. It actually puts more respect on the championship. Because if you're a fluke champion, you don't deserve a rematch clause. You really don't. At the same time, though, if that was the case, Bryan would not have ever really gotten those rematches for the championship. I don't know. That's a good one, though. I like that idea. I really do. Okay. Excuse me. Robert from San Francisco, California. If Rey Mysterio Jr. signed a one-match deal to compete at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, would you prefer to see him wrestle Johnny Gargano, Andrade Anonymous, or Ricochet? Ricochet, immediately. Although we've already seen that match we already saw that match. So, okay. Gargano. Because we already saw Ricochet versus Rey Mysterio. I would love to see him fight Gargano because that's the first time ever. First time ever. Definitely. Were you a fan of the hit show Freakazoid? Yes, I was. Do you remember the Kendall Jack episode? I do not. Although it sounds familiar. But I remember Freakazoid. Super teen extraordinaire. Freakazoid runs around in underwear. I remember that. It was a good cartoon. Okay. Ooh, I'm running out of time, guys. I gotta hurry up. All right. Let's see here. Jeff. Bradley Xavier from Melbourne, Australia. What's up? My question is that if you had the power to bring back 5 former WWE superstars who never got an opportunity to reach their full potential, who would you be? Okay. Potential. Wade Barrett. John Morrison. Wait. Okay, like you got 3 of them here. Cody Rhodes, John Morrison, Wade Barrett. Karma, Austin Kong, and I guess Caval. That's low-key. There you go. All right, I can't get to all these questions. Dang, I gotta skip over some. Melissa Hernandez. Hey, Melissa. You should do a SummerSlam review, a Survivor Series review, like you did at WrestleMania. Okay. Request. Sure. I'll think about it. Josh from Sacramento. Who do you think should dethrone Okada as IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, if at all? Zack Sabre Jr. is a great choice. Kota Ibushi is another great choice. Kenny Omega is the best choice. To me. Naito, I'm cool with Naito, but Kenny Omega to me is the best choice. Okay. This has got to be the last one. I have a lot more questions I can't get to. I am so sorry, guys. Tell you what, in future videos, save your questions and give them to me because I got to go after this one. So let's do Devin from Chicago, Illinois. How would you rank the MCU movies from best to worst? Okay. The best one to me so far is Civil War. Black Panther is number 2. Avengers is number 3. Iron Man is number 4. Captain America Winter Soldier is number 5. Because we have 20. What comes after that? I guess Spider-Man? No, screw that. Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go. Then Spider-Man. That's Homecoming. And then Ant-Man. I really liked Ant-Man. And I guess... Oh, wait a minute. Thor Ragnarok. Okay, so we'll put Thor Ragnarok after Guardians of the Galaxy. Then Spider-Man. Then Ant-Man. Then... It just goes blank right there. I guess Avengers 2. And then everybody else, you can just randomize them because I'll be real with you. I wasn't a fan of Iron Man 2. Iron Man 3, I kind of forgot about. Captain America, the first one was good. That one was the first one. Listen, it's so many of them. Like I haven't even mentioned the ones on Netflix. I'd be here all day. So I'll give you my top 10. Those are my top 10 right there. Okay, guys, that's it for me. I gotta go. I love you. I'll catch you guys next time right here in your boy Dalyxman's World. Subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. Check out everything down below in the description box. I love you. I'll catch you whenever I can. But this is your boy signing out. See you Sunday for WrestleMania preview. Take care. Peace.